Alright, week 13 in the books. Let's review this quickly because I need some sleep. Thanksgiving games. Lions kicking the shit out of the Packers, 40-10. The Packers were actually playing decent defensively. They forced 3 turnovers. But the problem was the Detroit Lions still kept scoring, and the Packers offense was still inept. So it didn't matter if Matt Flynn was in the game or not. Just give me a fucking break. As the Packers fall to 5-6-1. 5-6-1, my God. And the Lions improved to 7-5. And are in first place and hold sole possession of first place. More on that in a second. Alright, second Thanksgiving game. Cowboys beating the Raiders 31-24. Raiders had a 21-7 lead at one point before giving up a touchdown to end the half, but then after that it was all Dallas from that point forward. And the Cowboys improved to 7-5. Raiders fall to 4-8. Ugh. Ravens beating the Steelers 22-20. Holy fuck. I just got word that I just heard that Mike Tomlin got fined $100,000 for that sideline incident involving Jacoby Jones on a kick return, punt return, whatever. And holy fuck, what a good game. This was actually a pretty good game. Of course, it came down to the very end. The Steelers ended up getting the touchdown, but they forgot to score the 2 points afterward. But of course, Steelers took a lot of time off the clock getting that touchdown, sadly. But of course, well, that's because the Steelers got screwed twice, you know, and blah, blah, blah. No. Those were right calls. If Phil Levy was calling that game, he would have given the touchdown on either one of those scenarios. Because what the fuck was that shit? But in any event, Phil Levy can't officiate every fucking game, Steelers fan. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. Moving on. The Sunday games. Dolphins kicking the shit out of the Jets 23-3. Get ready for that downslide that the Jets should have been having a long fucking time ago. Whatever there. Tannehill actually played well. I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, Tannehill played well. LB had a turnover. And Geno Smith he's done. He's done. He's done. Fuck. New quarterback, same bullshit, and it looks like Rex Ryan might be done as well. Be perfectly honest with you. Whatever there. Jets fall to 5-7. Dolphins improve to 6-6. Are still alive for a playoff spot. They don't have the final wild card spot. That goes to the Ravens, but because of the head-to-head tiebreaker. Anyway, Eagles 24. Cardinals 21 up. Cardinals tried to make a game out of it. They nearly came all the way back. Eagles had a 24-3 lead. They tried to blow it. They tried to fucking blow it. But they got it done today. They got it done on Sunday. And Nick Foles still has 0 interceptions. I mean, holy fuck. But give the Cardinals credit for fighting back. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Patriots defeating the Texans 34-31. You know, I knew that I wasn't really surprised that game was actually a shootout and that the Texans would play hard. I mean, shit. It was gut check time for Kubiak and gut check time for Case Keenum. Yeah. Kind of expected it. But still, the Patriots won the game. That's the real bottom line at the end of the day. Oh, holy fuck. Good shit. But I kind of had to expect that because of the Patriots. They came off an emotional Sunday night win against the Broncos the week prior to that game, and well, and yeah, they nearly lost that game. But at the end of the day, bottom line is the Bottom line is this: the Patriots are 9-3, and the Texans fall to 2-10. 10 consecutive losses for the first time in franchise history. Unbelievable. Vikings defeating the Bears 23-20. Wild fucking finish this one. Alshon Jeffrey, well over 200 yards. I believe he has the season high in yards in a game, in receiving yards in a game this year. Holy shit! There, yeah. But then overtime happened, and Adrian Peterson had a huge game as well. He had a Adrian Peterson type game, you know, over 200 yards rushing. The overtime period, holy fuck, it looked like the Vikings were going to lose. But then the Bears decided to kick a field goal, a 47-yard field goal on, I believe, first down or something like that, when they could have moved the ball quicker than that, when they could have moved the ball further down the field to give Robbie Gould a better chance. But whatever there. Chicago falls to 6-6. Vikings improved to 3-8-1. Can't believe there is another tie in the National Football League, but who cares? But Chicago is in trouble now. They head into a must-win game against the Cowboys on ESPN NFL Monday, this coming Monday night. Moving on. Browns losing to the Jaguars 32-28. This is probably my stupidest pick of the week. I understand it had no importance or whatever. It's the fucking Browns, it's the fucking Jaguars. But I forgot that Brandon Weeden was playing this week. What's the number one rule? Don't pick the Browns when Brandon Weeden's the starting quarterback. Fucking A. But hey, congrats on the Jaguars, and Josh Gordon is clearly the only good offensive weapon. Back-to-back weeks of 200 yards receiving. That is the first time in NFL history that any receiver has done that. Yeah, the guy's pretty fucking good. Can you imagine that? Granted, some of that was because of garbage time in the previous game. I believe it, yeah, Steelers. But still, it is what it is. Browns fall to 4-8. Jaguars improved to 3-9. They've won through the last 4 games since the bye week. All right, Colts defeating the Titans 22-14 when it really should have been 22-7. That was not a fucking touchdown that Chris Johnson caught. It looked like he caught it, but then he dropped it. It's like, what the fuck was that? It looked like he fucking bobbled it. Whatever there. Thankfully, it didn't screw the Colts entirely. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Andrew Luck it seems Andrew Luck is getting frustrated because he can't seem to find anybody. Yeah, it's not a surprise because since Reggie Wayne went down, Luck is a totally different quarterback. I mean, shit. Whatever there. Bottom line is this. Colts improved to 8-4. Titans fall to 5-7. 0-4 in their division. It's over. It's over. It's over for the Titans. It's over in the AFC South, period. The Colts are going to win that division. End of story. Panthers kicking the shit out of the Buccaneers, 27-6. Another outstanding, another Cam Newton type performance. He still threw a couple of interceptions. One of them was not his fault. The other one was his fault. That's the thing. He can't keep locking on one receiver. But I'll say this though: he's probably one of the more durable running quarterbacks in the National Football League. He has not missed a fucking game. Whatever there. But yeah, Panthers improved to 9-3. Buccaneers fall to 3-9. But hey, this sets up the Sunday night game between the Saints and the Panthers. Thank you, at least. I mean, this is NBC's way of making it up to us after the bullshit Sunday night game last week. This past week on week 13, that should have been fucking flexed. Moving on. quickly, Niners beating the Rams 23-13 was not as close. Even that score wasn't even as close as it would indicate. It was over well before that, because when the Rams made it within 10, it was already 46 seconds left. But you know, whatever there. Rams fall to 5-7, Niners improved to 8-4, still holding on to that wild card spot. Falcons getting a victory over the Buffalo Bills in Toronto, 34-31 in overtime. But let me say this. If it wasn't thanks to Stevie Johnson fumbling on a pass after catching a pass, and then in overtime, Chandler doing the same fucking thing, Buffalo would have won that fucking game. End of story. Holy fucking shit. EJ actually played okay. He actually played well in this game. Finally, I can say that EJ played well without being a fucking dumbass about it. Or turning a blind eye about it, you know. Whatever there. But this game had no importance. Buffalo just kicked themselves out of the playoffs. It's their own fault that they kicked themselves out of the playoffs. They fall to 4-8. Falcons improved to 3-9. All right, Broncos 35, Chiefs 28. What a fucking game. What a fucking game. Denver, same situation like the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Denver down 21-7, then they score before halftime, and then they bounce back after that and outscored the Chiefs 28-7 in the second half. But let's be honest here, Denver still has issues. We all know that. We know Denver's got issues. Let's not be stupid about it. They still have issues on special teams. They still have issues on special teams. Well, not just in terms of returning kicks, but defending the kick returns and punt returns and shit like that. Holy shit. But then again, Decker, huge fucking game this guy had. 4 touchdown catches, excuse me. Peyton Manning, 5 touchdown passes. Which ties the most ever at Arrowhead or whatever. But yeah, Denver improves to 10-2. Kansas City, they're done as far as trying to clinch the AFC West division. I think Denver has that well in hand. They're just playing awesome right now. They still have shit to work on, let's be honest there though. Bengals defeating the Chargers 17-10. Congrats to the Cincinnati Bengals. Chargers, looks like the Chargers are now the chokers again because they can't seem to fucking get it done when it matters. We've seen that last year. New coach, but the same fucking bullshit problems. Whatever there. 5-7 for the Chargers, 8-4 for the Bengals. They're most likely winning this division, but it ain't over yet. Holy shit. And the Redskins losing to the Giants 24-17. Let's be honest. Now, listen. Nobody said this was going to be a horrible game. I'm just saying it's just that it's just that people are so NFC East biased. It's that really it's supposed to be a good game. I mean, you're 2 division rivals. You better make it a competitive contest to keep people interested. I mean, no one's saying that, but you know, Cardinals and the Eagles would have been a better matchup for Sunday night. I guess NBC didn't want Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth to leave Maryland or whatever, but that's still a whole load of bullshit. It wasn't. I mean, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms had to double dip too. They had to go to Dallas, and then 3 days later, or 8 days later, whatever. Had to go 3 days later. Yeah, 3 days later, had to go to Kansas City to call the Broncos-Chiefs game. So don't give me that fucking bullshit that they couldn't move from Maryland to Philly. Fuck out of here. But in any event, now to the actual game portion of it. Really, that was fucked up. That was fucked up. At the very end of the game, that was fucked up. I mean, with the fucking officials and all that shit. Whatever there. What the fuck? And ESPN NFL Monday. Well, I was wrong. ESPN did deserve this matchup because it ended up being a blowout, which is actually a good thing because that way people can stop watching. Whatever. There, 34-7. By the way, 5-7 for the Giants, and I can't believe they're still alive for the NFC East. They're not going to win it though. Redskins, they can't make the playoffs. Neither can the Falcons, and neither can the Texans, obviously. Fucking A. But the Seahawks, with their win over the Saints, they have now clinched a playoff spot and possibly home field advantage. They have not won anything yet. Let's slow the fuck down there. But they're 11-1. They held Drew Brees under 200 yards passing. That has not happened in 46 games. in the 45 games prior. So congrats. And the Seahawks the Seahawks fans reclaimed their world record this past Monday. And the Saints fall to 9-3. Russell Wilson, yeah, he's pretty fucking good. I mean, it's time to start recognizing the Seahawks as a legitimate Super Bowl contender. I never hated the Seahawks. I just couldn't. And I still can't stand some of their fucking fans. I don't care. I really don't give a shit though. But in any event, statement victory for the Seahawks. That defense is awesome. That defense is awesome. I am so glad I made that. I did not make the stupid mistake of picking the Saints, unlike some idiots on YouTube. No disrespect. No disrespect. Just saying. Alright. So, that's it for Week 13 review. Look for the Thursday Night Quick Pick tomorrow or whenever. Yeah, it's going to have to be tomorrow. Anyway, till next time, later fuckers.